Welcome back to another Cube video. My name is Edward, also known as Strategy, and this isn't necessarily an exciting pack, but it's definitely a pack that can go in a lot of directions. I think the direction I want to go in is the stock up. I could see a Johnny. I wouldn't fault anyone for going a Johnny. I just don't know if I want to be an aggressive strategy. I just really value stock up. And things like when I'm playing time walks or draw sevens with like hull breachers or Narsets, etc., it can be very strong. I don't think I can defend Preordain when stock up's in the pack. I could see a Vista. Obviously, it's just better than Fable Passage in almost every way. And I don't think Pyrokinesis pack 1 pick 1 is probably ever correct, but I'm not gonna come out and say that. So yeah, I definitely think it's between a Johnny and stock up. It's just, do I want to be aggressive or not? And I think the stock up just does so much for so many decks that I'm just gonna take it. Well, there's a draw 7. There's also a Caracas. Man, if I would have taken the Ajani, I would have just slam dunked this Caracas. Well, this is the world that we live in. I could take Teferi. I don't hate Teferi. I could also just take this draw 7, though. I'm going to take the Teferi. I think Teferi is very strong. And being able, like, if that Days Undoing comes back, being able to, like, maybe Days on their instep or something would be kind of cool. Just so that they don't get to use the cards first. Of course, if there's like a Hull Breacher or Narset in our deck, then the ending the turn isn't hugely relevant. There's a Brain Freeze. Is that worth? That's probably worth. Outside of that, I'm probably taking Sunfall. If I took a Johnny, I'm taking Mother of Runes here. I might regret not taking the Ajani, honestly. But here I'm going to take the Brain Freeze. I think the Corey Steelcutter is definitely the safer pick, but I would like to play a broken deck if possible, and Brain Freeze protected by Teferi is really nice. That's a Tolarian Acedemy. It's also an Urza. There's also just to consult the star charts. And of course, Candelabra is in the same pack. Is it worth speccing? I mean, the fact that Urza, Acedemy, and Candelabra are all in the same opening pack is insane. I don't know if the first person opened Power, but maybe even the second person's supposed to take Acedemy, knowing that Candelabra probably wills. There's just so much upside for taking the Acedemy this early that I think it's worth giving up on a Consult the Star Charts, even though I really like Consult. And knowing that Candelabra is in the pack is also really nice. Okay, here I just want to take the Chromatic Star. Again, if I took a Johnny, I'll just take a Johnny here again and have a pretty sweet white deck. I could see maybe taking the Enduring Innocence over the Ajani, but I'm probably just taking the Ajani. Anyways, here I'm going to take the Star, like I already said, since I took Acedemy. Just move in on that. So we'd have a very good start to mono white, and then obviously we could splash whatever from there. I don't think we'd end up mono white, but oh, there's a Lotus Petal to go there. Brain Freeze, that's a slam dunk. Otherwise, I would take Marsh Flats, and if I was a Johnny, I'm probably still taking Marsh Flats, as it's a white fetch that can easily splash another color with like a Plateau that I think we saw in the previous pack. Or maybe even a Hull Breach, or sorry, Hollowed Fountain for like a Hull Breacher or Tidebinder effect, which we see here. Either way, I'm slam dunking this Lotus Petal. We have Tolarian Acedemy, we have Brain Freeze. Now we just need to see Breach. And the best part too is that with Star and Lotus Petal, I know Star has diminishing returns, but if we have enough mana, it can cycle with the Brain Freeze, which is nice. Just to build up Storm. Here, I think we're supposed to take the Jace. I really can't defend any other choice here. I mean, I wouldn't take it, but I wouldn't fault anyone for thinking like, I'm drawing more cards. I want to find my combo. But if you already have the Breach, the Angie Ravager is not going to be the greatest. Let's take the Jace. Here, I'm just going to take Hollowed Fountain. I think Hollowed Fountain's a solid pickup for us. I wouldn't hate taking FOMO as we want to take Breach anyways, but Hollowed Fountain's, I'm not going to say perfect because Tundra would be perfect. But it's a pretty good Tundra. Also, our opponent to the right of us is just stacking all the packs, which is not fun. Okay, we got a fetch land back. I know we could end up in red, and Galvanic Discharge is great. I don't think we're going to have enough red for Pyrokinesis. In fact, unless we get a Lutri, Breach may be our only red card if we don't see a Lightning Bolt style effect. So here we're just going to be incredibly happy that Fable Passage wheeled. I think it was pick 4 was the Academy. Might have been pick 5. Let's see. Stock Up, Brain Freeze, Teferi. Yeah. So I think the next... Ooh. Days Undoing came back around, but there's also a Penthead Prism. Anyways, yeah, I think the next pack has the Candelabra. I think I just want the Days Undoing. But there's a Gloom or a Flood Farm Verge. How many people are yelling at me to say, Edward, you always take lands, take the land? And then obviously we have an Academy too, but I'm going to go for max upside with the Days Undoing. Oh, maybe it was the next pack. Here, I mean, I can't believe this Corey Steelcutter wheeled, but here I'm going to just... You know what? We don't need as much red fixing if Breach is going to be their only deck, and Sunfall can just straight up win us games. Okay, this was the Candelabra pack, so someone just decided to not let someone have fun, I guess. Which is fine. I mean, Candelabra's not the worst with Urza Saga or Factory either. Sure, I'll take the Ajani. I think I don't mind experimenting with that. I guess there's a chance I play a Demonic Tutor. Don't really want that. Am I just taking Stern Scolding here? This is an abysmal pack for us. I think I'm just going to take Timeless Dragon. Timeless Dragon is a blue fetch now, which is nice. Oh. If we want to play black, Shealdred... I know, Shealdred doesn't go with Days Undoing because the turn ending... Unless I do it on their turn because of Teferi. And it's also double black, which is a huge ask. Again, our white deck would be sick because we would have taken the Cosmogrand Zenith last turn, and we'd or last pick, we'd take the Giver of Runes this pick. Imagine if I liked playing aggro. Well, this is unfortunate because I do like the Shealdred take here because there's really not much else. I mean, I guess Vivi. I guess I'm supposed to take Vivi here. Yeah, I want to take Vivi. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't think Underground Sea or Troll wheels, which is going to be the best ways to help me cast this. So I guess I'll just take Vivi. I really need some more artifacts. And I need to see a Breach. I'm going to take the Dominance. I'm not happy about it. You know what? Nah, I'm just going to... There's so many talismans. I'm just going to take the Reprieve. I think the Reprieve's the better card. But I do need to hit artifacts, like, now, basically. Oh, there's a Flooded Strand. Oh, there's also a Steam Vents, which I currently can't fetch for. I'll take the Flooded Strand. I think the Jace is going to wheel. That's not a bad one either to pick up. Not a Mind Twist deck. I don't think I'm a Coalition Relic deck either. I think I'm just going to take... Sorry about that. I mean, Third Path does go kind of hard with the Academy. I'm probably just supposed to take that. And just play more red than I really want to. I mean, Eagles is a cycle, but Reckoner is an artifact, so we can keep our Academy dreams alive. Guess I'll take the Talisman, at least it's on color. I really want to see a Breach. Come on, deck. Show me a Breach. We have the stock up. We have the Days Undoing to cycle and draw 7 and maybe untap win next turn. Let's see a Breach. Okay, we did not see a Breach. I don't hate Tursa, but I think I'm just going to stick to having the best mana I can. This being removal, I think, makes it good enough, honestly. Oh, Stern Scolding on the wheel? Okay. Well, let's hope that pack 3 has a Breach for us. We are playing more red, so now the Seer is a lot more tempting. And also, the Underground Sea and the Troll did not wheel as expected, so I'm glad I didn't take the Sheoldred. Because again, the only way we abuse it with Days Undoing is if we cast it on our opponent's turn, so that way the triggers don't exile on the stack when Days Undoing resolves. I guess the triggers wouldn't even go on the stack, technically. All the judges stop judging me, even though that's kind of your job, air quotes, your hobby job. I'm sure some judges can make a living, but I'm sure it's like WotC employee, like max level judges probably are the only ones that can do that, but I'm ignorant of the field, so I know my good friend Matt and Alex are both level 2s. John, I think, who watches me a lot, or at least did, is a level 3. I'm sure they can pipe in. In fact, John, if you are still watching, you used to comment on my videos every time. Tell me if you can make a good career out of judging, if I'm wrong. Let's see here. Odawara. I think I'm just going to take the Enlightened Tutor, because that can find a Breach. Okay, the Jace did come back. There's a non-zero chance we mill ourselves. I've won with this card a lot. I really like this card. Sure, we'll take the playable, I guess. I think we saw Stoneforge. Oh, Eagle's last pick is a gift. Yes, I know this is removal, but I'm just going to take the better fixing. Unfortunately, Plateau's gone. We're not playing that. Oh, there's Workshop. So someone, unless it was like literally, unless it's literally Urza Saga, someone just hated the Candelabra just because, which makes me kind of salty, but that's fine. I'm allowed to be salty. Map for the Academy and also just fixing in general is probably what I want to do here. The Treasure Cruise probably wheels. If it doesn't, we have Galvanic Blast. Fairy Mastermind might wheel as well. But I want to take the map. We need lots of artifacts. And or like a Saheeli effect. I think one more Third Path or Saheeli effect and like or 3 or 4 more artifacts this pack, and I feel decently confident with the Academy. If Academy could tap for 3 mana, it's pretty good. If it's tapping for any less than that, it's kind of meh. Okay, there's a Strip Mine, which I would be slam dunking if we were still that Pipe Dream a Johnny deck. There's Tameo, which does go well with Academy, which I think makes me want it over Time Twister. As much as I want to take this Time Twister, we don't have a way to abuse it. If I had any way to abuse the Time Twister, I would take it, but I don't. So I'm just going to take Academy because it helps me do my thing. And we are so far away from Leovold, it's not even funny. But at least this helps me with Academy. Maybe the Wandering Emperor wheels. So this wasn't necessarily a Saheeli effect, but it does help us get there. Oh, wow. There's Bauble and One Ring. And Time Warp, which is not nothing. Am I supposed to Bauble? Also, keep in mind, we're running out of Breach packs. Or packs to open Breach in, I mean. Man, if we don't get the breach, our deck just does not do much, does it? I'm going to take the One Ring. I think that's better than Bauble. If I didn't have Academy, obviously I'm not even questioning it, but there's a Skull Clamp to go with our Johnny take. Alright, well, there's an expressive iteration. I mean, Skull Clamp does go with third path actually pretty hard. But, like, that's literally it. Oh, I guess it goes with the Ajani, too. No, never mind. That's good enough. Oh, there's a Bauble. Oh, there's also the Trinket Mage, which gets Lotus Petal, Map, Skull Clamp. Yeah, I think it's Trinket Mage here. All right. Only a couple more picks for Breach. Oh, there's an Opal. That's actually kind of a gift. I do like and respect this Fury a lot, but I'm going to take the Opal. Maybe the Colonnade Wheels, but I highly doubt it. Come on, 2 more picks for a Breach. Please be in the packs. Please be in the packs. I'm going to keep the Brain Freeze in my deck regardless, because there is a world where we Jace, Brain Freeze ourselves, and then win. So we still kind of have a combo. All right, 1 more pack. I don't think we're going to have the red to support that. And honestly, we may just be cutting a lot of the red out anyways, except for third path. So I'm just going to take the Meticulous Archive, I suppose. Come on, last pack Magic. Ah, no. I'm so sad. Okay, there's an Aang, but I want to take the Soul Guide Lantern. I really want to have as many artifacts as possible. I could see taking Esper Sentinel, but I think in the long run, I'd rather have the Soul Guide Lantern because there's just a lot of graveyard shenanigans going on. Missing on the Breach is so brutal. Also, Aang would have been great in our deck. Well, there's a Treasure Cruise again to go with our Jace plan. We are not a workshop deck at all. Well, if I knew the Jewel was coming back, I would consider it, but here I'm just going to take the Wandering Emperor. Time Warp Wield? That's probably better than No More Lies, even though I really want the No More Lies. Gosh, I'd be happy with No More Lies, but I'm going to take the Time Warp. I mean, this makes tokens. I don't think I'm playing either of them. I'll take this. I mean, this finds Academy, I guess. There's a non-zero chance I play it. Starting Town. Yeah, I don't have the talismans to cry. Oh, it did wheel. Fantastic. All right, blue-white control, here we come. I'll see you in the deck tech. The NYSE is returning for its 10th installment. This event will be held June 6th at the Knights of Columbus in Patchogue, New York. Top 8 prizes include all 5 Moxen, Time Walk, Ancestral Recall, and even a Black Lotus. Proxies are allowed for this event. Please use the link in the description for more information on proxies and other questions you may have. Now let's get back to the video. Alright, this is what I decided to do. I'm not going to play the Brain Freeze. I had to make cuts. It was very tough. I'm probably playing 1 less land than I should. I'm going to be playing 15. I have a couple Plane Cyclers. I have a Mox Opal. I'm not really counting the Lotus Petal. And I want to play the third path because of the Skull Clamp mostly, but also the Tolarian Acedemy. So I don't think cutting red is correct. I could see cutting VV, but if I'm already playing red for the third path, I think VV is strong enough and can actually win us a game that we maybe otherwise couldn't. The fact that this just generates so much mana, or can generate so much mana, and also Skull Clamp technically replaces itself because it'll immediately give it plus power because it doesn't care how it has its power, it just cares what its power is. And it's going to really help us, that and Academy are going to really help us cast this Time Warp for Time Walk value or maybe less. So that's what I'm going with. I did end up cutting the Talisman. Again, I had to make cuts. I don't really want to cut anything else. So this is what I'm at. Let's see how we go. I'll see you in round. I am proud to announce the 2026 Oklahoma Land Run Weekend, July 10th through the 12th. This event will be held at the Reed Convention Center in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Join me and my vintage family for a weekend of Magic the Gathering events featuring huge prizes and competitive play across multiple formats. Main events include a Vintage, a Legacy, and a Team Trios event, including Vintage, Legacy, and Modern. Don't have power? No worries. You can proxy any card currently on the reserve list. Side events so far include a High Roller Vintage Cube for Power Thursday evening, at least one old school charity event, a pre-modern challenge also Thursday evening hosted by GameHQ, Duel Commander, and even more to follow. For more information, please use the links in the description to join the Oklahoma Land Run Discord. I'll see you there. Now let's get back to the video. Welcome to round one. We have mana, we have Skull Clamp, we have Teferi. Let's do it. We have turn 2 Teferi, I mean. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Lotus Petal. You never know. Our opponent might Black Lotus Time Twister us. Here, if they go Mox a Braid, that'll be kind of annoying. Close enough. At least they didn't deal with the Teferi, because here I am just going to Teferi bounce and draw. This at least fills the graveyard. And in case they have a removal spell for it, you know, I am just going to plus, actually. I don't think I need to draw yet. If they have a Haster, I would have to kill the Teferi in order to protect it. Okay, no, they don't have a Haster. Good. We are going to Surveil first. Trinket Mage gets map, but I don't think we need it. Again, I want to fill up this Treasure Cruise. Okay, yeah, we are... That's another land to fill up for the Treasure Cruise, which we can cast on our opponent's turn. I am going to reprieve whatever they play here. I hope they tap out for it. Hopefully they don't play this, because then they can just destroy another artifact. Okay, that's actually kind of brutal. Because that kills our Teferi, but whatever. They're taking a turn off to do it. Yeah. At least they're taking a turn off to do it. That is so brutal. Really? Sure. Alright, you have a Slow Guide Lantern. That probably hits our Lotus Petal, I would imagine. No. I guess if I'm trying to breach them, they can just do their thing. Oh. Well, this doesn't get red, which is very unfortunate. But here I think I'm just going to Treasure Cruise before they can pop off. And yes, it means I can't reprieve their next play. But I really, really want to Treasure Cruise before they have the chance to do anything. Okay, well, that was an unfortunate set of draws. Yep. Okay, that's not bad at all. There's our mountain. I am going to play it in case they have a Time Twister effect. But I think I wanted Jace and Tamiyo. And just play to the board, and then next turn I can start third pathing, maybe. Yep, we get a treasure. We get to reprieve whatever they play here. Yeah, we will gladly reprieve that. Or happily, I should say. If they have a Spell Pierce, it's going to be kind of brutal. Okay. They did not. Eagles. Eagles as a 3/3 at this point is probably fine. No blocks. Oh, there's an Academy too. Okay, we have Stern Scolding, and which actually I do want the Stern Scolding for the VV. And then I guess Soul Guide Lantern. Let's go ahead and play it. I can flip this Tameo now if I wanted. Just hit their Pyrite. I can choose to cycle. I can choose to draw a card with the Soul Guide, and then I could flip the Jace unless they you know, sack this to exile my yard, which I think is actually worth doing. No, I'll wait. Because I want to hold up the Stern Scolding. I could have, you know, used the Tolarian Acedemy instead for all this, but I can wait. And I probably will sack the Clue. Yep. We are going to take a bunch. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess they just had nothing. I'll accept it. I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 2. Well, we don't have our Academy yet, but if we draw it, it'll be really nice. Let's keep... I will probably lead on the Soul Guide Lantern just in case... Okay, they don't have... It looks like they're not a Reanimate style deck. I think I'm still going to lead on it, though. And then I'll play the Mox Opal. I just don't think there's a whole lot of downside to playing it out and not having the ETB. Okay, well, they can hit any of these. Oh, they hit the land. Okay. Are they going to... Maybe they just because they think I'm an Academy deck. Which, I guess, playing this out, maybe they don't hit the Beseiji there, but that's fine. Now I can reprieve. And then I have the Eagles to get Hollowed Fountain if I need it to. Hopefully just tap out here. Okay, yeah, let's reprieve. No Asika's Chariot for you. Ooh, Vivi. Sure, attack attack for 0. Sounds great. My turn. Oh, just naturally draw the land there too? Yeah, let's Vivi. I can always cast the Ajani next turn. Being able to kill the birds is nice, but I think I'd rather have the Vivi down. Now I can maybe stock up and hit an Academy and kind of go off from there. Oh, Galvanic Discharge. Okay, that's kind of brutal. Yep. Well, at least our Ajani's not dead then. They still get to cast their Asika's Chariot, though, which is just a super feels bad. Man, that Vivi is just... I was so excited to play Vivi. I don't think I've played with Vivi yet. I think that would have been the first time. Yep. All right, now we have some pressure, unfortunately. Let's just go get a Surveil land, probably. Probably going to be stocking up. Oh, Stern Scalding? That doesn't do much. I could make a 1/1 to block the 4/4. That's probably fine for now. Getting an Ajani on the table also means Skull Clamp is a live draw. Probably should have surveilled first to see if I'd... Oh, okay, there's the Academy. Nice. Okay. I don't see Uro potential out of this deck. I think this is just mostly a Gruul deck. I am just going to chump with the 1/1. They get to make a 2/2, which is why they're going through the motions, but... Yep. I would like to block. Once Upon a Time is fine. Hopefully they found like a 6 and just cast it so I can Stern Scolding it. A 5/6 Pyroglyph that they can cast now and kill my Ajani. Okay. How many types do I have? Creature instant? Okay, so I have to crack this now for them. And then can I just counter this now? No. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, because this replaced itself. Or it took a type. But you know what? At least I still saved the Ajani. Yep, my turn. Let's play the Academy. I do have the... whatchamacallit... the third path, but I still have a red source in the Chromatic Star, and that's the only other red card left. Oh, okay. Skull Clamp is nice. And then I guess the Reckoner. I think I'm supposed to just let my Ajani die and just clamp this. Trinket Mage, eh? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm dead in 2 hits, which means I need a Time Warp effect. It's too bad I wasn't able to Stern Scolding the Pyroglyph. Also, I think I would rather tap the Pyroglyph. I don't think it matters, but it could. I think it matters more to do it than not do it, which is why I'm going to point it out. But I think I'm tapping the Pyroglyph to pay for the Asika's Chariot. But I get it. If my opponent thinks that if I have removal, I'm hitting the Asika's Chariot anyways, that's probably fine. Oh my gosh, and you have a Skull Clamp to hit your birds with. Nice. All right, I really need to hit Time Warp. Like, really bad. Oh, I could have Stern Scalding that. I was... Why am I so bad at this game? Alright, let's draw Time Warp. Time Warp right now, or off the top. Please. It's not a Time Warp. Yes, I'd like to go get Lotus Petal, which I guess is why I shouldn't have tapped the Academy yet. So I drew a card with this, so I can actually flip the Tamiyo. Come on. Yeah, this should not be in play. I'm so embarrassed I let that through. I guess I could flip the Tamiyo with Chromatic Star as well. I guess that's probably better. Thomas Dragon's not going to get it done. Put it on the Trinket Mage. I block. I think I'm still dead, but I think I'd be... Oh, no, I guess they have the village too. Shit. I mean, shoot. Oh, yeah, they have the Beseiju. That makes sense. I'm surprised they didn't do that before. Yep. Yep. Let's just cycle to get the best chance at hitting Time Warp. Okay, Tamiyo saved us for one turn. Can we hit a Time Warp? No! And I'm not even going to see. I wish I could see if it was Time Warp or not. That's brutal. All right, I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 3. I'm going to keep this. I am on the play. I'm not going to bother playing out the expedition map. I think I'd rather just go get the Surveil land with the Flooded Strand. Our opponent still considering mulliganing potentially. Nope, okay. Ridiculous Archive. Don't want the plains. I'm really glad I got the Surveil land for that. I will play out the town map. I will play out an Opal. My typical play patterns with Best of Wands is just to play out your zeros. I think you get punished more often than not. Let's Reprieve. Ooh. And this gets Academy. Post him. I could even... Oh, they're just not? Interesting. I guess I'll just go get a land then and not pop the expedition map. I do want the shock land, I think. I guess I can play around Spell Pierce, or I can just play Timeless Dragon. I could also just play Trinket Mage. I'm just going to play around Spell Pierce and Miscalc and play the Johnny. I think this has the highest upside. Especially with this being my draw. I wish they did just him me. Remand. That is fine. Him to Turok me now? No. I mean, we know they have him. They're not casting it. I assume this is getting countered. Does that mean they have Hull Breacher? Oh, Tidebinder. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a different 3 mana one, I suppose. Well, I'm glad I didn't Timeless Dragon now. And this isn't going to kill the Ajani, and the next turn I can play Trinket Mage. Now, I suspect that they're going to him to Turok me now. Really? Or I guess they're just doing attacks first in case I have removal. Thoughtseize and then the him. Okay, that seems fine. It doesn't matter what they take here. I'm not cracking Expedition Map, so I think Academy is worth more than both of these cards, and also it keeps my Mox Opal active, which I also highly value. Oh no, they can't. They need a black, untap black to him me. Interesting that they chose Stock Up then instead of the Trinket Mage. Because now I get to just play Trinket Mage, which plays around soft counters. And then I get to clamp it. And then when I block, I'll draw 2 cards. Opponent still contemplating life decisions. There are certainly reasons why they wouldn't play the him, but I'm just very surprised. And I suppose that they got paid off because I would have had a Johnny ticking up with Skull Clamp in play if they did, because that was my top deck. All right, opponent, please make a decision. I have content to record and I got to go to work. I'm surprised the timer's not going yet. Narset. Okay. Sure. So my Skull Clamp draws me 1 card after I block with it. Please don't show me a draw 7. Please don't show me a draw 7. Heartless Act does not kill Planeswalkers. My turn. It's a Jace, which I should not cast right now. So I could Sunfall. But I'm not going to. Yes, I am. I am going to Sunfall. If they have a Daze, it's kind of brutal. Oh, no. Okay, cool. But now I get to start upticking the Ajani. And they have to have a draw 7 in order to like max punish me. But honestly, draw 7 and him to Turok aren't even that much different. Okay, Toxic Deluge is not that bad. Toxic Deluge. I thought this didn't kill play. Oh no, that was Heartless Act. Sorry, this is Bitter Triumph. The arts look very similar to me. They both have reddish hues. I was like, wow, I really can't read because I really hovered over this and it does not say Planeswalker. Yep, that's fine. Let's flip this. Attack here. Do they have a Snuff Out? Oh my god. Sure. Trinket Mage. Let's get, what, Lotus Petal? They can wait till my turn to... You know what? No, I am going to get Lotus Petal. I want to get something that doesn't die to him to Torok. And I want to clamp my Trinket Mage for if they kill it on their turn, I'll still draw 1 card. And Toxic Deluge is the only way they can do it that I can see. And because they already played their land, they can't Toxic Deluge and him to Turok me. And they also don't know my last card. Grist. Okay. Alright, well, they milled the balance at least. If I play this Timeless Dragon, they can just Toxic Deluge me again. Which just seems absolutely abysmal. I could just mill them. Let's mill them. I don't want to play the Timeless Dragon into their thing. And I have Celestial Colonnade next turn. Nice. No attacks. They attack Jace. I don't know if I want to block or not. I do draw a card if they attack Jace, but then they can him me. I think I like just taking it, Jace taking it on the chin. I do wish I had the Soul Guide Lantern now, though, if my strategy is going to be to mill them out. Because every time they activate... Okay, I'm surprised they didn't just kill my Jace. I forgot this can minus and hit the Jace. Wow, they are hitting really bad cards. Let's activate. They don't have red mana, so like they can't Rakdos Charm. Not Rakdos Charm, sorry. I forget what it's called. Ooh. That's not a bad one at all. Let's see if they have removal. I'm going to try to kill the Narset. Are you kidding me, man? You just have the best removal? They have 14 cards left in deck. Yeah. I assume this is going to be killing Jace. Yeah, that's fine. Reckoner is fine. Really? Well, let's make it 2-2. Your last card's a counterspell? Okay. Okay, sure. I'll keep it on top, I guess. That's so brutal. I guess let's force them to Toxic Deluge. And then I can Wandering Emperor. I just don't want them to draw 7 me. And just redraw their whole deck, which just seems to be nothing but solid cards. And they have to do it for 4 if they want to wipe the dragon. And they still don't have double black. Or triple black, I mean, to Deluge and him to Torok me. Also, if they only deluge for 4, I can Wandering Emperor and plus my thing. So they really have to do it for 5. I do wish that they would make a decision, though. And even cooler is that if the deluge is on the stack, they can't then... Oh, they can just kill it with the grist. Okay, yeah, that's fine, too. I was going to say, if they decide to go that route... Yep. Yep. This Narset is a pain in the butt. I mean, that draws me a card. So let's see what I get. Plains. Exactly what I wanted. And they can attack me for 2. I don't think they're supposed to attack me for 4. Because then I can attack and kill the Narset or the Grist. Okay, yeah. Teferi. What does Teferi do? I could force them to block. I won't draw a card with the Teferi because the Narset, but I could force blocks. Oh, but then they can just attack with this stupid thing here, but I guess I can block it. I don't know. I just hate this Narset with a passion. I do think I'm supposed to bounce this, though. Imagine if this Narset wasn't in play. Somehow this Narset is just absolutely crushing me. Like, just abysmally crushing me. Also, them having the Solitude for the Colonnade was just absolutely abysmal. Opponent has 11 cards left in deck. Okay, they've been to Grief. This has like Crew 3, I think. Yeah, so they need to play this. If they want to attack this turn, they need to play the Solitude or the Subtlety, unless they of course have another card. I just can't believe our opponent never played the Hymn to Torok. This is such a much different game with the Hymn to Turok cast because the Ajani and the Skull Clamp would have just gone off. So I don't know if our opponent knows that that's how close this game was to being just busted wide open, but good for them. Very good job. Yep, they are sorcery speeding it so they can get the attack in. I will just... Oh, but then they can Hymn to Turok me post-draw. So let's see who they attack first. Oh, they attack that one? That one I care less about. Yeah, that's the one I do care about. Let's just hope I don't draw anything or I draw an instant. I get, yeah. Oh no! Oh no, I don't care if they hit the Turok that. Never mind. I could draw a card on their turn, I suppose, but Ugin? Okay, good game. Glad we drug that one out. Welcome to round 4. That was a marathon of a match last round. Here I'm just gonna... I don't know. Am I supposed to play Surveil Land first? Probably. I'll play the Lotus Petal. Plains just doesn't scare me as much as like any black source there. Pintad Prism. Okay, that is a card. Let's activate. Surveil. Map. Yeah, map is fine. Map finds Academy. Academy equals good. And I will Soul Guide at this point. Yep, I have to hit my own land, which is fine. Trinket Mage gets Opal, which is nice. Teferi. Okay. They're going to bounce something. If they bounce the Lotus Petal, I'll crack in response. So that seems not great. I can also see them just upticking. Sure. Are they going to counter it on the way back down? This is going to get Opal if it resolves. If they counter it, I don't care. That's actually kind of funny. I guess I'll take permanent mana over temporary mana. Imagine if they had days there. All right, and now I can play my tap land, play map, hold up Wandering Emperor, assuming map resolves. I threatened the Teferi, which is nice. Obviously I can't hold up Wandering Emperor if I don't attack and clear the Teferi, but sure. That means I'm probably clearing the Teferi. I'm surprised they didn't wait till my turn to do that, but I suppose there's reasons. Okay, so if because I can hit land. Oh, no, because Tolarian Acedemy. Yeah, okay. So I think I'm supposed to just. They seem to be mostly I mean, they have like all planes. I'm going to play this Wandering Emperor at sorcery speed against my better judgment. Also, I already have a red source, so I don't care. I guess a Johnny's double white, but again, I don't care because I have the opal. They have a daze, they have a daze. Okay. Okay, luckily they don't have 6 cards. Oh, the One Ring. They'll get the 6 cards pretty quick. I think I want to upkeep the Academy just so I have a higher chance of drawing a spell. Also, if I draw Academy, I'm going to be very mad at myself because I already have Colonnade. I apologize for my dog's barking. Bank Buster or Jace? I think the Bank Buster is actually... Oh, I guess I get both. Never mind. Okay, well, in that case, because that's how stock up works. And I know this plays really hard into a sweeper. Like, really hard into a sweeper, but I think it's a necessary evil. Also, notably, Stomp on the Adventurer Hill Giant card does get through the One Ring damage if you can target either yourself or a creature that doesn't die to it, or even a creature that dies to it, honestly, as long as the spell resolves. Because it says damage cannot be prevented. So if you have lethal, that is a way to get around it. Also Questing Beast, but I think that one's a little bit more well-known. Oh, the Jace bounce, eh? Or Crocus on the Jace bounce. Well, I do have a lot of mana, so I'm probably just going to force them to keep doing that regardless. I don't... Oh, VV is another actually really annoying one that they can bounce. Sure. You have all the mana in the world. What are you doing with it? Yep. I mean, they have a draw 7 now. I kind of wouldn't be mad at a draw 7 because I'd be gaining more cards than them, so I don't think they have a draw 7. They still have 8 cards in hand. That's kind of ridiculous. Oh, and they're ousting that? Sure. That means they don't have a sweeper. Yeah, let's get this. Okay. Ooh, Tamiyo? Tamiyo's another legendary, but... I have 2 legendaries. I guess I forgot about the Tamiyo when I mentioned Vivi.
Oh no! I'm late for class!
Let's attack for 5. See what happens. Let's draw 2. Of course, Vivi. Which I could play. But I think I'd rather play the card that they know about. I could also flip Tamiyo now. Maybe I'm supposed to and start upticking. That is a way I can kind of come back from this kind of oppressive board state. Yeah, let's just flip this Tamiyo now. So they can't Caracas it.
I will protect this library with my life.
Get lost? Brutal. Third path actually doesn't get us anywhere, as much as I hate to admit it. Like right now, we don't need mana, and third path is a 2/1 that doesn't do anything. It doesn't even generate mana, and I need more spells in order to generate mana. Yep. Our opponent's not really threatening to deck themselves anytime soon, unfortunately. Also, if they have a sweeper, now is a great time to play it. If they just lured me into a false sense of security. Also, theoretically, we have lethal next turn if my map token hits. Because we can make a token, target the new token that has summoning sickness. If it hits, we crew, and then that's exactly lethal. Really? Fractured identity on my Wandering Emperor? Yeah, and she just said, I hope you're ready to lose. That's hilarious. Sure. Alright, well, we don't have lethal anymore. And I assume Jace is about to get bounced. Oh, Token's about to get bounced, and then Jace is going to get bounced. This is fantastic. I love this game. And they can just flip this next turn, and they also just have Aang bounce over and over and over again, so they can deal with my Timeless Dragon. Yep, discard a card. Oh, Reprieve's not the worst. I do want to animate and force the block and just get rid of Aang. I assume that they'll protect Aang. Okay, no. They do value the Aang more, which does make sense, unfortunately for us. Let's draw a card. See if we draw removals for the Aang. See if our opponent lets us do anything. Okay, no. I think we're just going to play this tapped and say go. I could play this on the Colonnade. See, bounce, play. They can play it twice. They can play the Aang twice, though, so Reprieve on the Colonnade. I do want to use it now, though. Because I want to be able to draw the card potentially next turn. Okay, well, at least we're not drawing a land. And our opponent is taking significant damage here. We have Reprieve. That might buy us some time. Opponent just still drawing. What are you drawing to? Like, you have this game pretty locked up. Yeah, I will Reprieve that. What? Okay, sure. I guess they didn't have anything in their 80 card hand and they scooped. I'll take it. Welcome to round 5, I believe. I am going to keep this, although it is kind of a gamble. I mean, I really hope that we hit another land. Of course, we still have 2 mana for the Reprieve. And I could even leave up Stern Scolding. I guess there's... I don't know how much there is to... I don't know. I guess... Let's play the Mox Opal, see what they want to do about it. And let's play the Academy. They could Wasteland us here, which would set us back to the Stone Age. No! Okay, good. I was about to say. But, I think leaving up the Stern Scolding is nice. Also, I'm really glad we hit another land. I will happily Stern Scolding that. Thank you very much. And here, I think I just want to hold up Reprieve again. I really want to draw a 4th land and start the One Ring. Let's delay that a little bit. All right, please draw a land. Please draw a land. Yes. It's not a red land, but we have Opal eventually. We have double white already. Now, our opponent might be a natural order deck, and if that's the case, this can hurt. Hopefully they just natural order for something like Woodfall, not Woodfall Primus, sorry. Oh, fetch land here. Okay, I guess that still gets the formidable. Anyways, Worldspine Worm is the 15/15 trample. When it dies, you make 3/1/1s. That doesn't work. But we will take it as though it did. Get the red source. Let's VV. Let's Lantern. I should have activated the One Ring first, of course. That was my bad. Take the Bristly Bill. Okay, we finally found a Time Warp. Let's take the Time Warp. Our opponent might scoop to this. Yep, that's what I thought. I'll see you next round. Welcome to round 6. This I am going to mulligan. I don't think this hand is good in any stretch. This hand I'm going to keep, and I'm going to put back probably the VV. I'm not guaranteed to cast it. I know it's not necessarily a great excuse. I could put back the Sunfall, I guess, actually. I'll put back the Sunfall. Here I'm just going to lead on starting Town Soul Guide Lantern so I don't get just entombed into reanimated. Cutting off that out is really nice in my opinion. Once Upon a Time, okay. It's less likely I get entomb reanimated, but not 0. Even more less likely. And let's just hit that Once Upon a Time, shall we? Now I have a conundrum if I want to play out the third path or play out the Reckoner Bank Buster, and I think I'd rather play out the third path. Okay, I definitely want to play out the third path now. Because now the Reckoner Bank Buster triggers the third path. I'm not having to use the Reckoner Bank Buster to draw a card to draw me a land. If I didn't draw the land, I might have played the Reckoner just to not guarantee, but increase the chances of me drawing a land. Also, Will, if you're watching, because we were just talking about this card, I just now realized I'm playing the card that I normally don't like playing, and this is kind of the situation I'm talking about when it comes to that. Okay, that's fine. We have a VV next turn. And sadly, I think this VV needs, or this Floodstrand needs to shock me. Oh, actually, I could just play, well, the reason why I needed it to shock me is because of the Ajani, but I realized, obviously, I could just play the Ajani right now. Especially because our opponent just used the Tribal Flames, so... Oh, I could just kill the Lotus Cobra. Let's do that. They could still bolt the Ajani, but I like killing their board. Now I can potentially... If I draw a land, I will play the VV. If I don't draw a land, I'll stock up to try to find a land. Minus. Please don't have a Black Lotus. Please don't have a Black Lotus. Okay, Bauble. That's fine. I would love to draw a Skull Clamp here. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just going to stock up. Okay, well, there is a Skull Clamp, which I am going to take, and there's an island. Let's play Skull Clamp. Let's attack. Okay, I think we're pretty close to turning the corner. I think if we can survive this next turn. Third path. Okay, that's scary. Into Reckoner Bank Buster. Okay. Yep. Well, this game goes long enough, and also with the third path, they can just keep minusing. That's brutal. They probably have an Academy in their deck, too. Oh, there's a LED. Interesting. Sure. All right. I mean, I guess I want my Sunfall back, not that I can cast it right now. Oh, Tamiyo flips this turn. Yes. I guess it's in case I hit basic plane, or yeah, I think I can cast anything if I hit untap land. So yeah, let's use this. Let's clamp this. Let's flip the Tamiyo, get her going. Hopefully we draw a land here. Maybe it'll even be an Academy. Nope, not an Academy. Do I just want to play Vivi here? Probably. Get that mana going. I don't think it's worth attacking. Like, Academy is the only reason to get them off of a land. Also, here I can stock up potentially off of the Tamiyo to try to find my own Academy or Time Warp. Okay, that's not a bad start. Keep in mind, if our opponent's a Breach deck, the Soul Guide Lantern's an all-star. This only gets back instants and sorceries. Yeah, so I can't pop Soul Guide and then get it back. And the reason why I would want to do that is like delve spells. Lava Spur Boots is a problem. That does pump. Yeah, it does pump. Haste and Ward, okay. They can minus again if they have another artifact they want to get. Just tutoring out their whole deck every turn just seems absolutely abysmal to me. This only hits players, right? Yeah, to each opponent. That's abysmal too, because I need to get this Tezzeret going. Also, I think I said it in the draft or during the deck tech maybe. I can Ornithopter or Skull Clamp the VV. Oh. Okay. I think that was a misclick maybe. Oh no, they're untapping it. Duh. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, that's fine. I can feed the 1/1 to it. Sure, they're just trying to pressure one of the two things. That's fine. Yep. Keep in mind I can kill the third path now with the Ajani. Oh, Time Warp. I hope this works. It's going to be incredible if it does. That might be the difference. I wouldn't block here if I were them. Okay, our opponent seems to be very intelligent. Nice. Let's buy back that Time Warp. Bounce this. I think this game's over. Just kill the Tezzeret just in case. Time warp. Yeah. Good game. Welcome to round 7, I believe. I don't think this hand is good enough. If I knew my opponent was like Reanimator exactly, which Lutri doesn't tell me anything, then maybe, but I can't cast anything in this hand, so I'm gonna mulligan. I can cast these cards. Let's keep. I'm going to get rid of the Eagles, as the map being able to find Academy or Celestial Colonnade I think is fine. And who knows, maybe Sunfall is a game changer here. That's a Soul Ring. Yep. It's not great. I do not want second mountain. I don't ever really want a mountain, but I have VV and Third Path in my deck. Also, I just realized last round, we got to, oh my gosh, we are so doomed. Okay, oh, that helps us play into the Sunfall. I'm just going to hold up Reprieve. Yep. Hopefully just play out a bunch of creatures then. Like multiple small ones. Because now with the Generous Plunder, we have 5 mana on our turn. A Tolly? Sure. Hopefully they just hit 2 creatures. Okay, that's a VV, and that's a Bauble. Okay, it was not the worst. Also, I can reprieve my VV, which is actually really nice. Which I will do, because I'll be tapped out next turn anyways. Yep. All right, let's hope our opponent's out of gas. I guess I'd rather play the red source in case there's a twister effect. I already have the whatever, though, so. Let's do this. Let's do this. And if our last card in our opponent's hand is a Spell Pierce off that treasure, I will be very disappointed. Can I please make a 3/3? Our opponent still has more mana than they'll ever need, so they can just cast everything off the top of their deck. But next turn we can VV, play map, trigger the VV, start doing fun things maybe. Please just buy Lutri. Okay, that's a very good sign. Okay, they might just have mono removal then. I definitely want to just crack this fetch for another, probably Plains. Yeah. And now I assume that they have removal. I apologize for my dogs barking. I assume that they have removal here, but at least we'll get a ping trigger. Yeah, they very clearly have removal here. Seer. Okay, sure. All right, and then now we have Reckoner Bankbuster to move forward. If they didn't have removal, we kind of got to do everything there because they'd have 2 triggers on there, and then we could flip and attack and, you know, go from there. But I guess I'd rather them kill the incubator. Let's attack. Remember, Ancient Tomb is a cost. It's not free. And I don't want to play out the Tameo because then they could use the removal and Lutri. Sure. And I know it means I'm not drawing a card, so it's probably bad. Oh, okay, sure. They're just going to bolt me as well. That's fine. Let's hope that their last card's not removal. It probably is. They have so much mana, but... Oh, okay. I mean, I know I'm drawing 2 cards a turn, but yeah, I'm not going to complain. I just want to point something out. I am 1 win away from Mythic, and that is why I am doing this before I leave for Oklahoma, before I go to work. I got up early to try to make this happen. This next match means so much. I'll see you there. Welcome to round 8. Our last win was also our 5th win, so this is a profitable cube regardless of what happens. Also, our opponent's name is GG's Fatty. I love that. As a fat person, I love that. Anyways, unfortunately, this is unkeepable, and this is why I stress mana bases. I have 3 mountains in this deck, and I cannot keep this hand because of this. Because, like, what if I draw planes? Like, I can't do anything. So I have to mulligan. And that's abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal. I will keep. And I think I'm just putting Map back. But Map is a guaranteed land. So maybe it's just Time Warp. I am going to be shuffling it back in. Island Lava Spur Boots is scary. I think I just want to get Island. I have Mountain because of this, and I can always cycle for planes. I'm going to play the Reckoner because if I naturally draw land, I get to just go Expedition Map, hold up. Or I could just play the Ajani. Either way, this is just another example of why I'm not a huge fan of this Reckoner. Okay, I cannot play Ajani because I did not draw a white source. But I did draw a map. And now I'll just leave up draw a card. Let's hope we don't get too punished. Badger Mole. Okay, well, Sunfall's looking a little bit better. If they're being a creature deck. Now they get to... Oh my gosh, they're just kind of going off. Okay, I think this game has just evolved into make Sunfall matter. Let's draw. Drawing Mox Opal here will be huge. Let's just draw now. Okay, did not draw Mox Opal, but if we could survive next turn, the Sunfall is going to be huge. So I talked about cycling first before you surveil, but if it's a land, I don't really want to cycle it anyways, and it only really punishes us if it's a non-land and that we really want. But right now, our biggest concern is the Sunfall. So I am going to play the Meticulous Archive first, give us the most information. I don't want Trinket Mage. That was a good mill. And I think I can freely play Soul Guide Lantern. It just means that I have to crack Map I'm sorry, not have to crack map. It just means that I have to Timeless Dragon for planes. I don't want, in case I draw exactly Academy naturally, I don't want to crack map. All right. Hopefully they just play another creature out that doesn't matter. Okay. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter, but at least it's not hitting me now. Oh, no, yes, it is, because the Lava Spur Boots. That's actually terrible. Oh, that's so bad for us. That's 10 damage and 2 more lands that they're getting. We're very close to dead. And remember, this is for Mythic. Okay, that means they don't have anything else that they're going to play this turn. I go to 4. Yep. Just cycle now, get this over with. Get planes. Resolve. I wouldn't mind drawing. I'd have to take 1 more damage, but I wouldn't mind drawing Academy naturally. All right. Man, imagine if I had Teferi already. All right, let's Sunfall. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have anything else to do. Oh, is this a counterspell? If this is counterspell, I'm going to be so upset. And they're making blue. Are they doing it just to scare me? Oh. Okay, they did it just to scare me. Okay, good job, opponent. Maybe they know that this is for Mythic. Yeah, let's go. Luckily, if they have a regrowth effect, Soul Guide stops it. But they could also just cast a World Spine Worm here. Oh, Nissa takes me to 3. Okay. I said takes me to 3. I meant hits me. Oh, no, it does kill me. No, good game. Dang it. The Lava Spur Boots was enough. If they didn't have it, I'm at such a higher life total, and I'm only taking 3 this turn. Man, that was for Mythic. That's so bad. So close. So close. So close. No, it down ticked. That's brutal. I'll see you in the deck tech. Sadly, there was no deck tech as I was very bad and accidentally hit claim, and you can't look at your deck anymore once you hit claim. However, as you can see on the screen, I did eventually make Mythic. While I was in Oklahoma, I did some drafts on my phone because the month was ending and I knew the things would reset. So I played a couple drafts on my phone and I was able to get there. I really, really wish I was able to do this on camera. I am so sorry that our time in the spotlight got robbed. But you know what? There'll be another opportunity. I don't know when the next cube will be on. I assume it'll be a couple weeks before the following set releases, and we'll try again. So, but I appreciate you all for watching so much. Next time we'll get it on camera, I promise. Welcome to another episode of What's on Edward's Wall. Today I have another short one, unfortunately. My buddy Tyler Regals was in Denver not too long ago at the time of this post, and he was telling me that Patrick Sullivan was going to be at the event, and some other things I'm not going to share here because it'll spoil some things that might be happening or not. But anyways, so Patrick Sullivan came up in our conversation, and I was like, I was like, man, that'd be an awesome one for my wall. Too bad I don't have a basic mountain, an Arabian Nights mountain, because I know he loves those, in order to get them signed. So my buddy Tyler, against my wishes, believed it or not, was like, well, I got a mountain. And so yeah, we got a beta mountain signed by Patrick Sullivan, which I'm super excited about. It's another one that I wish I was able to do in person, but that's not to say that I won't be able to do that in the future. But we decided, or I should say Tyler Regals decided this mountain because it was the art that the Arabian Nights used. So I told him get a revised one, but he insisted on using one of his betas from his personal collection, and wouldn't even let me pay for it, but I appreciate it. So Patrick Sullivan, if you're watching, I highly doubt it. I don't have a story to share about you, but if you're ever interested in attending the land run, please let me know. We'd love to have you out. No, you don't have to commentate, even though I'm sure a lot of my watchers at this point would love to see that, myself included. But we'd love to have you out regardless. So thanks again, Patrick Sullivan, for signing this for me, and thank you again, Tyler. Your card's soon, Tyler. Your card, I believe, is that one right there. So after I get done talking about the other Tyler, about this Tinker, then you'll be next, buddy. So anyways, I got to get this slabbed and on my wall sooner than later. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.